Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review of Brandon Sanderson's Warbreaker. So I've actually had this book for a while now and for some reason never read it. Even though, like, as you probably know by now, I'm a huge Brandon Sanderson fan, but for some reason I was just... I've read other books since I've had this. I think I've had it for like 3-4 months now. I have no idea why I put it off. I don't know. I have no answer. I'm flabbergasted. I have no idea. But I finally read it. So yeah, this is gonna be a spoiler-free review, as spoiler-free as I can make it, because I have to, you know, talk about some things. But first of all, like, the reason why I love Brandon Sanderson books are his world building. And okay, the camera went weird. So his world building is on point. It's so amazing. Like, all of his books are so completely different, but they all have the same essence to it and the same complex, beautiful world building with all these different beings and faiths and rituals and, you know, have like customs and things. I don't know, like, they're all their own separate worlds, and they're so realistic that you kind of just immediately believe, like, yes, this is the real world. These people have lived here for centuries. You can tell because it's all just so real. Which is why I am actually following his his lectures. They filmed his lectures and they're on YouTube about creative writing. I write myself, if you didn't know. I aspire to be an author one day. So I'm reading, like, watching his lecture, hoping like that some of his genius will just come up and, you know, I will absorb it. So the world building in this book was brilliant as usual. It's like a completely different idea again from all his other books. So basically you have these two kingdoms, like, obviously there are more, but these two kingdoms that matter right now, and one of them is like the small kingdom in the mountains. Like, the royal family there used to be the royal family of both kingdoms, which used to be just like one big happy kingdom until the many war, when, you know, they all fought and basically the royals were exiled and the gods took over. So in this world, some people die and come back as gods, and these gods rule over the people in, like, the big country, which basically, like, sort of won the many war, I guess, because the others are like in this cold highlands, little tiny, you know, country that's left. So yeah, there's this court of gods who are the returned, and there's this one god called, like, I have no idea how to pronounce his name, but like Susubron, something like that. And he's like the god king, and he's the most powerful being on Earth, or their Earth. And the royal kingdom, like the small kingdom, they believe in just one god, and it's like your standard theology of a god that you can't actually see or interact with, but you know that they're there. So they think like that these gods are blasphemy, and how dare they call themselves gods, basically. But the thing is, because they've, you know, they were at war once, and like peace is still kind of fragile, because occasionally, you know, the big country thinks like, we should probably like quench those rebels, as they call them, that have their own little country in the mountains. We should probably take that over. So the king had a treaty that his daughter would marry the god king when she came of age. But the thing happens that when the daughter is supposed to be sent to marry the god king, the king decides not to send his eldest daughter, who is his absolute favorite. And it's not very nice to have favorites, but, you know, she is his favorite, and he just doesn't want to basically send her to her death, because he's pretty sure that there will be a war, and that this is just buying them some time, and that, you know, they will probably kill her. So, kind king that he is, he sends his youngest daughter, who he has pretty much nothing in common with, and she's like this wild girl who just like knows that she's not important, and she loves it because she can just do whatever the hell she wants, even though she's a princess. So yeah, instead of this is all the beginning of the book, by the way, these aren't spoilers, but instead of Vivenna going, the eldest sister, the younger sister Ciri is sent, and she has not been trained in anything, so she has no idea what to expect, which, as it turns out, is actually not that bad of a thing, but I won't say too much about that. And also, she actually loves colors. Oh, I should probably explain. The land where like Ciri is from, it's called Idris, and the people there don't really wear colors. Everything's very muted, and they're very like, don't bring attention to yourself. Basically, they're like, what were they called again? Like in Divergent, the faction who were like really selfless. Basically, they're that. And then you have like this other kingdom, Talir, I have no idea how to pronounce it, that like revels in color and abundance and just displaying their wealth and everything. And Ciri kind of loves it, because she was always just like muted in her hometown. But here, like, everything is alive. Now the reason for all this color is that there is, of course, a kind of magic in this world where they actually, like, some people can use this thing called breath to use up color and then use a color to make it into magic, for instance to animate an object. I won't go too much in it because it's a bit too complicated and you just figure it out once, you know, while you read the book, but it's really interesting and so original and well thought of, and yeah, I absolutely loved it. So first of all, Ciri is awesome because she's just like, I don't know, I just really liked it. She has really strong opinions for herself, and she, you know, she does what she thinks is best for her kingdom, even though she really didn't want to be there and she was supposed to be there. She still tries to do her best for her people, and I don't know, I just really liked her. And then you have one of the gods in the court. It's called Lightson, and he is hilarious. Like, all Brandon Sanderson's books have humor, but this Lightson is brilliant. So he's like, again, not too many spoilers, but just know that he is so sarcastic and so hilarious. It's amazing. I love the pieces where like he came in were so funny. So first of all, he is one of the returned, so he's a god. But he doesn't believe that he's a god, so he's constantly trying to undermine his own theology, which is hilarious because, you know, there are priests like who cater to his every whim, and he always goes in like debates with them of, if I'm a god, then how come I can't, you know, so blah blah blah. And it's so funny. I can't believe I didn't read this book sooner because I really loved it. My favorite books, of course, are Stormlight Archive, then there's Mistborn, and then I also really love Elantris, but I think I like this one a little bit better than Elantris, even though that one was really good. And it turns out, I thought it was just a standalone book, but it's a part 1, so I can't wait for part 2 to come out, because first of all, like, it has an end-ish, but it's, you know, you want to know more, and it's like closed and open ending at the same time, kind of like some movies, you know, that they clearly leave an opening for a potential sequel that usually never comes. But hopefully this book will have a sequel. I guess that's the problem when you write so many series at the same time, that you can't help but people have to wait. But I'm okay with it because I love all of his books and I'm so glad they're here. So yeah, basically I've told you what it's about-ish. It's really good. Like I said, it's funny, it's clever, you just want to keep reading. There are some twists I definitely did not see coming. You know, the world building is so interesting, and it's just, I read it so fast. It's a page turner, and I definitely recommend it to anyone who even loves fantasy a little bit. After this, you'll love fantasy. So, goes for all of his books, by the way. Yeah, I hope you... What? I'm blurry. No. So yeah, I hope you like this review. I'm gonna try to do more reviews. I've mentioned that before. If there's anything you think I could change, or maybe do better, or talk a bit more about this, or a bit less about that, please do let me know, because I want to make these review videos better for you. And yeah, let me know if you've read this book or any of Sanderson's books. Are you planning to read it? Please do, it's so good. And I guess there's nothing else to say except for I'm making videos now every Thursday, so be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you get notifications every Thursday when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.